vary the timing of his runoff to kind of break open when the quarterback is looking at him in the progression and first name that I want to talk about here is Wk10. Instead of just thumbnails.
Right.
Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only to find a way to win. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, football line restatement. Here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling.
Guys, maybe go ahead and click that subscribe button. You know, that episodes like that button right here. Don't go to school. Stay from school.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way.
Hey, Joe, that's the worst business tonight. So, Joe, good, Joe. NBA, listen, NBA roster. I know the game.
This offense has it with really good field position.
6, 7, 8 names. And Kobe name was mentioned.
Gives it on the option. Russell to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Steph Curry, right there. Yeah. So he's number 1. Argue that. You can't argue that. Now, I decided that Kobe got to be somewhere. Got to be in the top 5, Joe. I know I'm not. No. You ain't tripping.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down
whatever
without
it is they
getting it
do,
into
we
the
make
end
these
zone.
predictions, but you can't
Back to throw, it's Russell.
That man wasn't what a pure score.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have.
I think they do, Joe, especially on Twitter when they create these. They create these for engagement. I think they create them for engagement to get people talking.
They love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
All right, good news is the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is that we've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Handoff to the single running back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Moore to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Ducks have this offense rolling. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the back. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Moore will throw. With the catch, it's Moore. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
It's a draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. to pass. Looking left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting him, because on this drive, this quarterback has found this guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
This has been the unending drive. It has gone on forever. It has chewed clock, but now it faces third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quick strike complete. He gets it all the way down to the 13-yard line, still short of first down yardage. And now on fourth down, do they kick the chip shot field goal or go for it? We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. We'll start this second quarter with a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Rolls onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Snagged in the middle. It's Fleming. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
Handoff to the lone back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Russell. That's reeled in, it's Hale. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well.
There's fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense cashing it in on that drive. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Sutter. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Moore to the air. He's taking the shot. He's got it inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Breaks into the open. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets the give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in the back target.
Nestled just inside that right upright. That brings them to within 1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to LSU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Russell. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Made a defender miss. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got it for the first as they mark it at the 32.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Wants to keep it in the air. Pass pass rush. Gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch inside the 30 and still running. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there and they're down to the 24.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Powers through the defender. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That's caught. It's Williams. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback.
I think someone
I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
That's the last place I saw it. It's not somewhere in the room.
And bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Moore will throw. Finds it back in the middle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. On the move. It's a fumble. They recover their own fumble, but they'll still have to give up the football, a turnover on downs. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on 1st down. He's going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Moore to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Man. I don't know what I did with that thing, Tyler.
He's going for a big play downfield. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And the offense is clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Sutter. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Moore will throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. Looking to throw. He makes the grab for the 2 and ties the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flare, a 77-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Going for it all. He's got it down the left. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Throws to the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you...
There he goes! He'll work his way down to the 28. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown time! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Moore to the air. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. He's loose on the right. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Ducks. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to LSU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
This has been a tight one. Third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Gets it past the marker. Still running at the 40. There he goes. He's at the 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Slams it ahead. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Alabama! Great job by the back on the option. They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Sutter. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same.
Turning it on! And after gobbling up some serious serious yardage and showing off those wheels. He's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Wow, what a big play by that defender. And how about the hit stick tackle? Woo! That ball carrier's going to remember that.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Moore will throw. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's low. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a 1st down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
The Ducks are flying down the field. They'll run it from the gun. What a cut. Now he's loose. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to throw, it's Russell. Under fire. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down. Breaks into the open. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The throw to the outside is complete. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receivers.
Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And that's what so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
He'll bring it out. It's Sutter. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Moore to the air. Finds his man down the middle. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. The give to the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Out of the gun to give to the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Pressure coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
And it's good, and we're tied in the fourth quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. To the air, it's Russell. Connection to the right. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Touchdown, Bama! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
I feel like this guy's having one of those games. It happens maybe once in your life. He's just been open everywhere on the field. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. He's turning these defenders around. They just simply can't cover him.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, he'll throw it. The short hands, it's low. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Moore will throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has. So nice job defending.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good. And then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job.
There he goes. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Man, let it rip, young fella. I mean, closing in on 450 yards, throwing the ball early and often with a lot of success.
He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. Looking for the tie with the extra point. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Russell. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wide out. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Moore to the air. Using the quick game. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Hughes. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Just going to keep it after the snap. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He leaves it with the back. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They move on top here on the 4th.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. Coming up with that touchdown with just seconds left in this game now gives them an opportunity to get the extra point, make it a touchdown game, and there might be 2 more plays left. They kick off, maybe 1 more snap with the opponent. What a massive play in a big moment.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Adams. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team can be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Or wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of